Good morning, homos. Homo means same. People of a same mindset. Also, it's gay pride, so, you know, let's be gay. Let's be happy. Let me see. Busy. Do some woofer porn later. This is, oh, I just forgot his name. He's got a pair of those coming. Let me see. We got a TC. What was it called? Oh, what did he call it? Wow, May of 07. Wow, that was right before they went kaput. This is the 5400 motor, quad stack. This one is getting built out as an LMS 18. In fact, I gotta go drop off the, here's for Chubbs. That one's ready. He got the 5 stack. So I gotta go drop off the frame to get the countersinks added so that we can do some work on that. Somebody had wanted a something for what do you call it? There we go. Somebody had wanted an 8 made out of a motor like this for 500. Sure, I'll do it. I don't want to, but right now we could use some money because we got lawyer fees. So going after the nerdy girls, get them to pay for them. Let me see. Boxes. Just been busy. It's also been fucking hot, man. It's like average this week has been like 115, 118, something like that. Which it's not so bad because it at night it cools off and we still got the swamp cooler going. But during the day, like I don't go in the house. Like just the dogs are in there. So, but they're dogs. They're fine. So they're like children that don't need college. So it's fine. But let me see. Oh, we got a bunch of these motors going. This is for Dusty in Cincinnati. So this is our little package. This is I don't know if I can take that off, but it's new underneath. It looks nice. We do 40 of these motors with all the parts. Force coil, frame, leads, cone, cap, for 1,500 shipped. So we're just pumping these out for Dusty. They're pretty heavy to ship, but we figured out a way to ship them in little boxes. Oh, I got the, this is for Rudolfo. That's for the Green Devil audio. We're going to be doing some, probably some 6 slug ones on there. And then I'll do like a custom engraving for Green Devil, mostly as promotion until we can set up a lot of stuff from China and then get it here. And then I don't know how the laser machine's going to act when we put something that's magnetic. So, for the guy that sent me, like he sent his sister up here to give me a bunch of motors and stuff like that for trade. I don't have any more T2 motors, so I do have these 5 stacks, and I recommend a 3-inch coil for that frame just because it gives it more excursion, and because of the taller motor, we have room to really put a pretty tall coil on it, and so that's what I recommend just for maximum awesomeness. Even though the T2 and the Power HX2 used 4-inch coils, mostly that had to do with being able to abuse the shit out of it and power handling numbers. Remember, power handling numbers are not necessarily performance. It just means you're able to abuse it. So, but the best thing to do with a subwoofer is to not abuse it. So, Jordans are done. I tested them today. These turned out really nice. I had posted some pictures on Instagram. So, and these are the 4-inch versions. And then, let me see. I think I was supposed to do some other stuff today. Oh, I wanted to talk about a couple things, but somebody was asking. Somebody had commented that whenever I talk about the nerdy girls, it makes me seem like a pussy or something like that. I'm like, I'm not a macho guy, right? I'm not. I'm as Steve on American Dad. I'm a sensitive boy. So, and that actually makes me more powerful than a macho guy, because machismo is really about gay. And it's funny because my brother and I, we used to, when we were teenagers, we would wrestle, and it was roughhousing. It was like horseplay. So, which I guess kids don't do that anymore. Like that's like a no. It's so stupid. But we would roughhouse, and it would get to the point where we would, you know, it's a joke, but it was like, it was some really gay shit. And my dad was the one that was trying to, lack of a better word, impregnate us with the ideas of machismo, and just, you know, be strong, be tough, and all that kind of stuff. And so, one of the things I thought was the most hilarious, I mean, and when you see it on camera, it's going to be just amazing. You're just going to laugh and cry. The only time I've seen it was Channing Tatum and, oh God, my brain this morning. It was in 21 Jump Street with Jonah Hill. That's what it was. So there's a moment where Channing and Jonah are wrestling, and it's a lot like that. It's like hilarious, where it's sort of like domination. You know, you're like, what's up, bitch? You're my bitch, and all that kind of stuff. And my brother used to take his whole hand right there like that. And I mean, we'd have clothes on. It wasn't like naked gay stuff. It was like clothes on gay stuff. And he'd shove his whole hand in my butt crack and go, yeah, you fucking liked it? You fucking liked it? You fucking liked it? Huh? You want me to rape you? And then I would play the submissive, but it was like an over-the-top submissive. So he'd be like, no, it's horrible. But it was hilarious. So, but recently I was talking to my wife about stuff like that. And I've been trying to get her to do some more role play, not in a sexual way, but in just a playful way. And so now I've been having her play the role of who has, you know, previously filled that role as my brother, but I have had her fill that role where she does that with me, where she's like, oh, you fucking like that? And she like lays on top of me on my back. She lays on top of my back. And then my brother used to do this one too, which was he put his forearm in the back of my head and he goes, oh, you fucking like that? Huh? You fucking like it rough? And just sort of like elbow me and like, you know, like WWF wrestling moves and things like that. And so I've been having my wife do that. And I realized that there's something that I haven't been telling you, which was that there's a thing, I didn't invent it, I discovered it, but I call it NNGGHH. It's not quite like the growl from Tim Allen. It's a little different. You got to fold your tongue outward. And I actually discovered it from a pair of immigrant kids that I had gone to school with in 4th grade. And his name was Ramon, and his sister's name was Roxanne. And Ramon used to do it, but he would act like a little bit of a monkey as well. And it was like, that's the way he did it. And then later, when I was in 5th grade, and my mom took us all up to Utah to try to be like uber super Mormons, which is impossible because we're Chandlers. And my stepdad, Mark Vreeland, he's the one that he would fold his tongue in half. Whenever he get pissed off at us, he would come running after us. And it was funny too because he had like these really, like if you thought my forearms were big, his forearms were really big, like Popeye. But he had this like mullet kind of mid-'80s haircut. It was like too long, but not, it was like a short mullet. And he just looked hilarious chasing after us because we would make like fart jokes, or like him and mom would be upstairs fooling around, and then like we'd yell stuff through the vents and shit like that. We would just troll him. And then he'd come running down the stairs to us because we were in the basement, and he would make that face, that NNGGHH. So that's N as in November, G as in golf, H as in hotel. Oh, by the way, that's the proper phonetic alphabet. Cops, you guys are dumb. You guys make yourself seem so dumb when you start talking about Apple and P as in police. You guys are idiots. Use the proper phonetic alphabet. It was established by the military, international standards. Fucking get your shit together. So, but let's see what else. Well, I don't want to say that's it, because you guys, I've been getting emails from people who'll be like, you haven't done a video since Sunday. I'm like, motherfuckers, I've been working, dude. I work really hard. I gotta sweat a lot. Oh, we got boxes in. Triple 10 boxes. I found a stash. we have a few pallets I still have not opened from like 2018. Yeah, from like 2018, when it was Nate over at Sonic Electronics bought this closeout. The company that went belly up was called Onyx Audio, Onix, and they just would import boxes, and they're pretty good. They're made out of MDF before the Chinese got really crazy about it, and but he fronted them to Nate, the seller, and Nate did not pay, and that's when I found out from other people that Nate doesn't always pay. At least he doesn't pay on time. I at least make a little payment. I'm like, here's a little money, and then so the seller was like, if I'm gonna make a bet on somebody paying, it'd be Patrick. And so he sent them to me, man. Fucking helped me split the shipping. It was like, God, it was like 10 pallets worth. And then I paid overtime and I paid them off. So, but that's these. And then these, I haven't even opened these. So, and they go to the ceiling. I got this guy, Nat, this crazy weed guy that lived in his van, stacked these all the way to the top. It was hilarious. I mean, in a sad way, not in a good way. So, because he was like this ginger, skinny white guy that wanted to be a professional rapper. And at the time I was hosting Jill Kimmel's Monday night, or Wednesday, was it Tuesday? No, Tuesday night thing at Dos Gringos, and I invited him out. I'm like, dude, show off your talent, like, because I knew he was gonna blow up like a car crash, but I didn't know how bad. And then it was like a sad car crash. It wasn't even like good at all. And of course he didn't, couldn't get the speaker to work right, so he could do his rap and all that kind of stuff. So, but not that I purposely set up people for failure. I want to give people a shot and see what they can do. And if they can't do it, then it's like, all right, this is going to be a good show. This is going to be a good video. So like these videos, technically, I guess this is a live stream, even though I'm not live streaming. It's just a one-take video that I just do, and I'm able to do and be half witty and half funny and just sort of entertaining for you guys, and also to show you what's going on around the shop and things like that. So, but I do better when I have notes and I've prepped a little bit, because then it's like a little bit of a performance, which I still love performing, but it's people are just really sensitive, especially here in the Valley, and it's mostly young people. So I tend not to want to perform in front of people here. And then there's the older people that are sensitive, and I listen to somebody like Bill Burr, and I love the work he does. But even if you watch some of his interviews, like on, I think he was on Conan, and this was a couple years back when the Me Too movement started going in and everything like that. And Bill made what's great is, like, if you watch F is for Family, like, they're all the jokes are in there. It's fucking great. And but when Bill makes a comment live like that, people just go, oh, and they groan, and he's like, see, you're groaning. He's like, and he gets mad because he's like, fuck you, that's funny. I can't believe, but people don't want to laugh because it seems insensitive. And so people are afraid of the opinions of other people. And it's like, I encourage you, do not be afraid of the opinions of other people, or even being shamed. That's another thing that millennials seem to have picked up on. I don't know how much it has to do with Game of Thrones and that whole, shame, ding, 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 shame. Like that is the opposite of what we need in society, but that seems like what young people have clung to. And old people can finally express what was done to them. Like, it's cathartic for them to go, finally I can shame somebody else. And I'm like, how about we not shame anybody? Like, how come we, how about we just say, that's not for me? And then guess what? You don't even need to make a comment, right? Like when somebody had commented, oh, such an idiot. I have a mobile guy that does mobile installations, and right now it's like 118 out and everything like that, but he's still willing to he's willing to be mobile installer, which is like insane to me that he would do something like this. But I think he's got a little tent and everything like that, and he sets it up. But what was it? $250 to come out to your car, like while you're at work or while you're at home or whatever, and install the stereo, wire kit, and bass, just a little bass package, $250. He was like, what the fuck? He's not even in Arizona, this piece of shit. And he's like in Texas or whatever. And I'm like, well, don't fucking buy it. Like right now, the market for installation, like, who is it? I was talking to somebody and they were talking about trying to just get a vehicle wrapped. And they were like, well, I'll give you $4,000 to wrap this fucking vehicle. And they were like, nope, we're too busy. Like, what? What the fuck is going on? And so, yeah, fuck that guy. I don't know what to say. I would say, please be reasonable. Please be patient. There's still a lot of COVID related stuff going on. And just because you have built up anxieties about what you've been missing out on does not excuse your bad behavior. Fucking take a chill pill. Fucking relax. Again, lower your expectations to the point that you are grateful for everything. Life is not so horrible. You're not dead yet. So let's be nice to one another. I just committed to these. In fact, I'm going to go pick up more today. This is technically it's prefab because I made it. It's a flat pack box. So I think I had put it in a video. There we go. See? Comes all flat, comes with glue, comes with screws. You got to supply the tools. And then you glue it, and then you put it together, and you fold it, and then you put the screws in. That's it. Now, Larry had made these for Fierce Audio, which was a store brand, house brand for Best Buy. And so he decided to bring them back. I don't know why. I think he was just trying to see if they would sell on Amazon, but they didn't sell. The shipping was just, it ate up all the profits. And so he has them landed here. And basically he's giving me them for like $2 over landing cost, which is fucking great. And I'm like, well, what do you know? We're low on boxes right now. And to buy a prefab is like $55. So I posted the link. I'll put the link in the comments to the link that I have on Facebook Marketplace. And I think we're doing these for $40, local pickup, and then you put together yourself. And then I think I'm charging like $10 to assemble it. And what's great about when you assemble it yourself is if you want to add bracing or anything else that makes these go beyond of what a normal prefab is, then you can do that. And they're tuned to 34 Hertz, which is great. The port is a little on the small side, but typically people put these in their trunk, so you're not going to hear too much chuffing, or your car is going to be rattling like a fucking bag of cans, so it doesn't matter anyway. But typically you don't want to use a subwoofer more than 1,000 watts for a box like this. Otherwise, that's when you recommend, a custom box, when it's really not custom box. It's just a better built box. It's stronger. That's all. There's nothing wrong with prefab boxes. Oh my God, you guys are fucking spazzes. Been buying into this Steve Meade bullshit of fucking macho. Stop being macho. The audio gear does not care if you're macho. So, and dominating each other. Why are you dominating each other? Just fucking be nice. Be like Steve, or even Steve Areno. Oh my God. We were watching reruns of American Dad. I'm glad Seth finally released a new season for 2020, and we're still going through that, which was great. But that's what it was. That's what it came up as. So I'm finally in the assembly stages of. I got to tell you that story to tell you this story. I'm in the final stages of putting together Curtis's 8s, which I'm calling the Beefarino. Right there, the Beefarino, which is of course the evil twin to the Beefy 8, which is this one. And then actually we'll do final production with this one with the Hitachi magnets. So it's called the Beefarino because it's the evil twin. And in the episode, I forget what the name of the episode is. I'll put a link to it in the description. But the dad, Stan, decides to clone Steve because he's not satisfied with who and what Steve is, the version of Steve that he is. So he programs this other Steve that is cool and macho and all this other Steve that Steve is not. And he names him Steve Areno. So, and there is I will never forget this scene. It was super hilarious. And I think it's also because of Seth's age. There was a scene where Steve Areno really sort of shows off who he really is. And he had killed some local cats and put their heads in a backpack which of course is just really gross, but it's over the top. It's a cartoon. It's not real. But there's this moment where he starts juggling the cat heads, and which is of course reminiscent of Steve Martin used to do a bit about juggling cats, and it's not real cats. It's just little bean bags and things like that. But Steve Areno goes one step further by starting to take a bite out of each cat head like an apple. And it's so over the top. It's so hilarious. It's one of the best things that makes me really appreciate Seth's work and American Dad in general. So what I'm saying by all this is you can have these feelings of joy, of enlightenment, of appreciation every day. All you got to do is think about something that you like, something that you appreciate, and remember it. Life is so short. There is no such thing as karma. The universe gives no shits that we're even here, nor does it give any shits about any sort of justice. How sensational, fantasional, what kind of fantasy is that the universe would keep score? Like, really? That is hilarious. Those things don't exist. Why we're here doesn't matter. If there's a God, doesn't matter. What does matter and what does affect other people is how you treat other people, and also your attitude. Have a good attitude. It's Friday. Thank Gonzo it's Base Friday. I'll praise Gonzo. I'll say his name. I actually say Bud's name, so I go, boy, baby boy, boy. And then now I'll post a video of Bud, and he's the cutest little boy, baby boy dog, Schnauzer. He was so sweet, and we remember him every day. And it brings joy to my heart, even though he passed away in 2018, that he was the best boy. He was the best dog, and he will forever be in my heart. And you can remember those. You can have those feelings, those good feelings. Feelings, you'll find out, are an illusion, and you can choose them at will. So choose good feelings. And guess what? You'll feel better. And hopefully you'll treat other people better and appreciate that we're flying through space at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And we still haven't hit anything significant, and it's great to be alive. So have a good weekend, even though it's hot. Post some memes about the heat. That's what people can relate to, right? Everybody can relate to self-pity and just wallowing. And that's why most people drink. So, but I love you guys. Have a good weekend. I will talk to you later.